I know the rule, the final play. I understand it. I don't like the rule. You know, I get it. I get that it's an infield fly rule. I get that it was called right away. I understand it. You know, but I don't have to like it. You know, and I just don't like the rule. I think that rule, you know, needs to be to a point where if that fielder is impeded by the runner to catch the baseball, then I can see it. But in this situation, you know, he's camped in the middle of the infield, you know, with his arms out, you know, waiting for the ball to come down. So I understand the rule. I understand how they called the rule. That I'm okay with that. I just don't like the rule. I don't think a game should end like that. You know, that's just my opinion. And the other part of the rule that I don't like is, you know, I understand that it's an infield fly, but the runners are at their own risk, and Bonnie's going back to the bag. I mean, he didn't impede him on purpose. You know, as far as contact, I don't know if there was contact or not. There doesn't have to be, you know, for that play to be called. But what I didn't like about it is that he had plenty of time to catch the baseball. He was camped underneath the baseball. His arms were extended like, I got it. You know, which again has nothing to do with the rule, with the rule being, you know, they called the rule correctly. All right, they called the play correctly based on the rules. I just don't like the rule. No game should end like that. You know, that's just my opinion.
So the idea that it should have been open to more interpretation by the umps.
Well, the thing is that, yeah, you would like it to be, but it's not. That's not the way it is. You know, because as soon as that interference is called, you know, you don't call the interference after the play is made. You call it right away, and once that interference is called, you know, play's dead. In this situation, it's an infield fly, the batter's out, the runner's out. You know, so, you know, I get all that. You know, I get it. I just don't like it. I don't like the rule. I think it's I think that they need to take a look at that rule and really talk it over, because no game should end like that, especially if the guy makes the play with plenty of time, camped underneath the ball, waved his arms, made the play, no problem. You know, so there's a couple things I don't like about it. That's being one, and the other one is, what do you want the runner to do? You know, if the guy's behind him, the runner's in front of the fielder, ball's up, he's going to the bag. Where did he do something to, you know, impede the fielder from fielding the ball? The fielder's behind him. So I just, you know, the whole rule for me is it needs to be, they need to take a look at that rule and maybe rewrite it.
You're talking interference.
Yes, not the interference. Like I'm good with the way they called the play. I'm just not good with the rule. You know, shortstop had plenty of time to catch a baseball. And then if you want to talk about the runner, well, how does he know what the fielder's doing behind him? You know, all he did was look at the ball. You know, the ball goes up, he's going back to the bag. That's all he did. He didn't make contact on purpose. He didn't, you know, he wasn't trying to impede, you know, Gunnar from catching the fly ball. He wasn't doing that. So, again, it has nothing to do with the way the umpires called the play. I just have an issue with the rule.
We all silly like the mayor.